Hello everyone, I'm Kiki, and welcome to day 7 of Linktober. For the main calendar today, the prompt is species or race, and yet again I have decided to turn myself into one of them. I decided to redo my Zora self from way back in the very first year that I did Linktober, which I believe was 17. I had drawn myself as a generic red Zora from more like the Ocarina of Time type of Zoras. I decided to redo myself as more of a Breath of the Wild Zora this time. Still red, because I like red. But yes, so, me as a Zora.
Voiceover time, yay! So, this is another one that I ended up fixing off screen. Initially it was just supposed to be little fixes and I kind of wanted to make it a little bit bigger. And it sort of turned it into a 2-hour ordeal and I never thought to record any of it. So you'll see the finished sketch of the sketching phase, and then when I go into the inking phase, it's gonna look really different. I apologize. I did really like my initial sketch. I just felt it was very small on the page, and there were like little anatomy things that I wasn't super happy about. And again, I had just intended to sort of try to make it a little bit bigger and fix those things, and I ended up pretty much completely redrawing it. Like, the pose is still pretty much the same, and the idea is all still pretty much the same. But, yeah, I mean, you'll see. I do apologize again. When I do the little fixes, I try not to do a lot off screen. But this ended up sort of getting away from me, I guess you could say, because, like I said, the fix-up was more like a total redraw. Oops. But I did like this little sketch, it was cute, but I am much happier with the redraw of it, though there are still probably things that could be fixed. I'm still not totally sold on the anatomy, but then again, anatomy and I are not friends. We don't get along well. I try, but anatomy just does not want to cooperate. It's rude. It's very rude. Some of the smaller details were harder to stick on. This paper does cause the pen ink to bleed ever so slightly, so it kind of makes the lines a little fuzzy, which normally isn't too bad, but when trying to do small details it can be really annoying if I don't take it into account when I'm drawing, and I don't always remember to take it into account. So yeah, so like some of the jewelry is a little, it could be better. This one I might end up redoing digitally, but at the same time I do, like I said, still really like how it came out, so I might just leave it as this. When it comes to redoing them digitally, it's either the ones that I know I could do a lot better if I did them digitally, and I just don't like how they came out traditionally, or it's the ones that I really love how they came out traditionally, and I know I could make them way cooler digitally, like how I did like with Shadow Link, because I really loved how that one came out, but I knew if I added in some extra effects I could make it cooler. Not Shadow Link, Dark Link. I did Dark Link last year. But yes, so I used red for this. I wasn't sure really how to fit in the black I usually stick in my hair. I think I just sort of added in darker reds. Yeah, I just ended up adding like really dark reds to the ends of all the ends. The ends of all the ends. Wow. Of course, right now my hair isn't, if you pay attention to the intros, isn't just red and black. I do have a little bit of purple and blue in there right now, and that's just because I needed something fun. Things have been crazy. But yeah, I like how this one turned out. Reds are a pain in the butt to work with. They bleed so easily and they do not dry as quick as other colors, so it's really easy to accidentally bring them into stuff without meaning to. But for the most part, it wasn't too bad. And yeah, I hope you like my Zora Sona, I guess it would be. My Zora Sona. Everybody should make Sonas of themselves in the different races. Of course, now I'm thinking, how would I do myself as a Goron? I don't think I've ever made myself a Goron. How would I do that? I'll have to think about it. Maybe next year.
The Shadow Calendar's theme for today was Redead. I hate these things so much. The one I drew last year still creeps me out to even look at. You look at it and go, no thank you. And I turned the page real quick. Don't like it. I mean, it turned out really good. I just don't like looking at it. This year I decided to do the ones from, Ocarina of Time, with the ones with, like, the mask thing. I actually only drew the mask thing, because I didn't feel like drawing the mummified thing, because they creep me out. So.
I did actually start to try and draw the mummified body thing, but very quickly noped and was like, let's just do the mask. It was also one of those, if I do it this way, it'll save a little bit more time. I did end up working on it for a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I know I probably would have worked on the full body one longer, because, you know, it's a mummified body thing, so it, you know, there's a little more detail in that. But, I mean, I didn't work on it, like, for a super, super long time. It was still pretty simple. But yeah, so I just sort of stuck the mask there and some bandages, because mummies have bandages. I don't know. I had it propped up on a rock just to kind of have something else of visual interest in the picture. So yeah, there's not really any other reason for that than just for there to be something else there. I do like how it came out, even for it being simple and not extra. Yeah. It is probably, despite the fact that the prompt was the prompt was Redead, this is probably one of my more favorite, simpler ones of my less favorite prompts, if that made any sense at all. Annoyingly, my grays were drying. So I'm like, I'm trying to do this, and they're drying out. I was like, please don't dry out. Those seem to be the ones that dry out fastest. My grays. Yeah. My poor gray markers. They get used so much. And that's day 7. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you around for the rest of Linktober and maybe even beyond that. So, till tomorrow. Bye.